Oh my gosh, Kisses on the red carpet. This isn't your mama's country music. This is rock country. The famous rock band Kiss showed up, and that Raminator. Guys, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much. By the way, I have nothing against Tommy. I'm friends with Tommy. You know, he used to be our road manager, believe it or not. I don't know if everybody knows that, but you know, the famous Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley has died at the age of 74. He had a bad fall and got bleeding his brain last month. His family was right there with him when he died. Ace Frehley, the amazing guitarist of Kiss, has just passed away, leaving an empty spot that the rock world will have a really hard time filling. While the world is still sad about this, Tommy Thayer, who took Ace's place as guitarist, suddenly came out with a message that shocked fans. The relationship between Ace and Thayer, which was full of tension, fights, arguments, and unforgettable moments in the past, is now seen in a whole new way. So 5 minutes later, Tommy Thayer comes walking in and goes, "Ace, you know the rule. No women in the dressing room." I go, "There's nobody here. It's the end of the tour." And he started, acting like the boss with me. So I gave him a punch. What made Thayer decide to speak up? Now, the secrets about Ace, the long-running fights, and his influence on the person who replaced him will be shown in the video. Let's jump in to discover the whole story that has never been fully put together like this. I was playing a character on stage. I created the Spaceman. I designed the makeup, like I said. I designed the Kiss logo. I designed those space outfits, with help from other people. And, it just went on and on until it became, too much for me. Anyway, Ace Frehley's death has made Tommy Thayer speak out for the first time after many years of staying quiet, talking about the complicated relationship between the two. They called Ace a legend who will never be forgotten. He inspired many generations of guitar players, myself included, to chase greatness. This statement quickly got attention, showing the big influence Ace left on Kiss as well as on the people who came after him. He came from the deepest outer space to Earth to rock and roll. Ace, really good job. The history between Ace and Tommy is closely connected to comparing guitar skills, their role in the band, and how each person represents the Spaceman brand. Tommy joined Kiss in 2002, taking over the spot that Ace left after his times away from the band, and quickly became something fans talked about. They once talked about the stress inside while taking on this role. A lot of worry replacing Ace. I knew the fans expected a certain energy, and I had to honor the footsteps of a true legend. This statement shows the heavy pressure of standing in Ace's position, where comparisons and expectations are always there. Ace Frehley was the founder of Kiss and the band's guitar icon from the 1970s. Known for his Spaceman character and famous guitar parts like Cold Gin and Shock Me music. Ace first left Kiss in 1982 because of fights over who got to write songs and personal problems related to drug addiction. Hey, wait a minute. I never promoted drug use. A comeback between 1996 and 2002 was also stopped by similar fights. During this time, Ace's guitar position was filled by Tommy Thayer, who had worked as a producer and backup musician on the band's projects before joining the band. Ace and Tommy's relationship had shown signs of trouble. Ace criticized Thayer for his guitar playing style, saying his replacement's way of playing lacked the rock soul of the original. In 2018, the biggest event related to this relationship was a fan meeting where Ace and Tommy confronted each other over the rights to perform guitar parts in the title Spaceman. This event has been confirmed by many sources and is written down as part of the band's history, showing both personal and work-related fights between the two artists. In the following years, Tommy took an official role in the band, joining big tours and production projects. Ace has said many times his role in Kiss can't be replaced and has been careful about the band continuing with someone new. Tommy, on the other hand, has focused on keeping the Kiss brand going and respecting Ace's legacy. The relationship between them is shown in Thayer's recent statement about Ace. His legacy will live forever. Rest in peace, Ace. This statement shows deep respect while also reminding people of the tensions that have been there for many years. Along with Ace and Tommy's interactions, other members of Kiss, including Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, also played a key role in keeping the band going. They had to change tour schedules, handle production projects, and solve disagreements between members. These efforts made sure the band continued to perform despite people changing and personal tensions. Gene and Paul's joint statement about Ace said his important role in Kiss while also showing respect for his legacy while keeping the band's current way of working. The pressure of balancing personal and work responsibilities began to become clear, bringing in a new phase in Ace's life where health and career became the big factors in his next steps. Health crisis and career impact. Ace Frehley spent the last years of his life with getting worse health, leading to big changes in Kiss's work schedule. In September 2025, he had an accident at a recording studio, causing severe brain damage. His family confirmed that Ace was brought to Morristown Hospital, New Jersey, and while on life support, he was closely watched by a team of medical professionals. Taking out the breathing tube on October 16, 2025, ended the series of days of medical help, closing an important period in Ace's life and career. These health events have had a direct impact on performance plans and musical projects. Before the accident, Ace was forced to cancel the 2025 Kiss tour. This was the first time in many years that he could not join in the band's major tour activities. Ace has emphasized how important it is to keep the Kiss identity in all decisions. Fights between members have not only been limited to meeting rooms, but have also come up at public events. Several fan meetings and music awards ceremonies have seen Ace keeping his distance from the other members. While Tommy Thayer has replaced him in performances, Paul Stanley once shared, "Ace will always be part of Kiss, but we have to make sure the band continues." These statements highlight the complicated balance between individual roles and group responsibility. Ace Frehley has also been strong in defending artistic freedom. In recent interviews, he stressed, "I've dedicated my life to Kiss, and I want what I've created to be respected." Band members and management have confirmed that Ace is directly involved in decisions about solo albums and special projects, but has reduced live performance. The balance between personal decision-making and the demands of running the band creates emotional pressure and encourages long conversations and detailed discussions about performance strategy. Public events also show a clear division of roles. Tommy Thayer becomes Kiss's main guitar figure on tour, while Ace focuses on developing his personal projects and managing his musical legacy. Gene Simmons once emphasized, "We want to keep the rhythm of work while still honoring Ace." This statement shows the band's efforts to balance the performance schedule with keeping Ace's presence in projects. In addition to internal fights, Ace has had many public clashes with partners and colleagues in the industry at album signings and press conferences. He has been outspoken about management decisions and emphasized his role in shaping the Kiss sound. Ace once said, "I put my heart into every note and every tour, and I want that legacy to remain whole." These statements clarify his personal views and influence how the band considers schedules and gives out roles. Ace's getting worse health has also added to tensions within the band. Shows have had to be rescheduled to work with the other members' abilities. While Tommy Thayer has taken on the bulk of the guitar duties, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley make sure that tour contracts and projects continue as planned while keeping the stability of the Kiss brand. Management reports that Ace is still involved in big decisions remotely, but is no longer able to make the same in-person commitments as before. Public appearances and media activity have clearly marked the difference between Ace and the other members. While Tommy Thayer has made regular appearances, Ace is focused on managing the legacy and personal projects. Paul Stanley once emphasized this teamwork. "We are keeping the band's rhythm and honoring all that Ace has contributed." These activities show a complicated but strategic relationship between the members, making sure both the band's brand and their personal interests. His contributions have become important milestones, helping to shape the group's identity and cement Kiss's place in rock history. This influence is still felt in musical projects and artistic decisions, giving the foundation for the band to continue to develop in a way that honors the legacy while keeping its freshness, legacy, and cultural influence. Ace Frehley has long been an icon of Kiss's guitar style and personal image. His musical contributions went beyond performing, creating a special mark on the band's sound and style. Ace's role as a composer was confirmed through many hit songs, helping to shape Kiss's unique identity. Gene Simmons once emphasized, Ace brought soul to Kiss music, which was something that every member recognized from the very beginning. In his solo projects, Ace continued to expand his influence, creating albums that were highly appreciated for his guitar technique and melodic creativity. These albums were not only a personal development, but also a reflection of Kiss's style and musical legacy. Paul Stanley once said, Ace's music still keeps the essence that fans expect, which is why people always connect with his notes. Ace Frehley's influence is also shown in the way young artists approach guitar and perform on stage. Many generations of guitar players have looked to Ace's playing style and confidence as a role model. Workshops, interviews, and music events have seen Ace sharing his knowledge, performing, and composing experiences, thereby inspiring the wider rock community. Ace has stressed the importance of musical realness, which is shown in the way he keeps his personal style in every note. Ace's legacy lies not only in his music, but also in the Kiss brand image. His signature mask and performance style helped build the worldwide brand. Statements from other members, including Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, have confirmed that Ace was a key part of the Kiss image. He kept a certain amount of control over his personal image and activities, making sure that the brand stayed consistent and lasting. Charity work and artistic collaborations are also important parts of Ace's legacy. He has been involved in many community support programs and music education projects. These commitments cemented Ace's image as not only a performer, but also as a leader and inspiration to the younger generation. Paul Stanley once emphasized, Ace's contributions went beyond music. He also made a positive impact on the community. Ace's cultural legacy is also directly related to the exceptional tours and albums he made with Kiss, which were often noted for their combination of individual creativity and band spirit. Tommy Thayer and other members have emphasized the importance of Ace in keeping the quality and style of the band, making sure that the influence of earlier artists played a big role in the formation of Ace's personal style. He often mentions Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page as direct inspirations. His early guitar lessons, listening to records, and studying his playing techniques helped Ace develop the ability to create a special sound that would become instantly recognizable in Kiss's productions. Ace once shared, I learned how to make music into something unique, not just repeat what I heard. During this early period, Ace joined many local bands, tried out different genres, and developed his skills performing live in front of an audience. This not only trained his ability to adapt to the performance environment, but also created chances to learn from other musicians.